Yo, Rap Grid Radio, what's good, man? We in here, we got Gattas in here. We
What
got
up?
Jon Rines in here.
Sure.
Sonny
That
Bamboo
was
Diggity,
John.
you know what I'm saying? Dana was here.
What's up? What's up?
I mean, she is here, but she was here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, we're going to jump right into it. We're going to do this NOME IV recap, you know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Gattas was in the event, you know what I mean? I wasn't in the event. I was at the event. You know what I mean? It was crazy. And then John got some interesting shit to share. Mr. I combated Beasley this weekend.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let's get into it, man. The first battle of the night was Jon the Don versus Reed Dollars, man.
Okay.
Yo, Sonny, I want to talk to you about this, man.
Yeah.
You remember what we were saying about Reed?
What everybody was saying about Reed, whether he could update his style, his writing and wordplay to the standard of current standard, or what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, no, just personally, like what me and you were saying when Jon was here on that episode.
Yeah, I mean, isn't that what we were talking about?
Yeah,
Whether
yeah,
it's going to
yeah.
depend on whether or not he can write.
We really thought that he could hang, you know what I mean?
You thought he could?
Yeah, I thought
And
he
the
could
answer
hang.
is?
I didn't really think he was going to win, but I thought he could hang.
You thought he was going to be smart about it?
Yo, so Jon goes first, right?
Uh-huh.
And it's like it's one of his like illest rounds ever and shit.
Yeah? You remember what he's talking
He
about?
said, what
He
say?
was going ham. He was like, "You would get drugged through New York. You like Dwayne Reed."
Yeah, that's what
Okay.
you know what I
killing
mean? He said some other. Oh, I thought you had the strap over the shoulder. I thought you was Rambo.
That was the first round?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's killing him.
Okay.
And Reed comes out. He says, I forget what, something about a lunchbox or something, but he has like the classic Reed Dollars. And people are going crazy. Like his like first 4 bars, the crowd is like electrified.
You remember
We're
what
like,
he said?
I don't know what the
Man.
hell he said. Do you read it?
You read it.
He said some like old school Reed type shit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Crowd goes nuts, man.
Okay.
And from that point on, it was an ass whooping.
Damn.
What, Reed
Damn.
just didn't say anything, or what?
No, he just
Damn.
started trying to jump into other stuff and like talk about how he was a legend and stuff, and it was just
He just didn't have...
like people wanted to hear the
Strong
classic Reed
material.
with like some like updated punchlines. I felt like, you know what I'm saying, and it was
So he was just like talking about his status and not really like...
yeah,
didn't
he
have
wasn't
punchlines and stuff.
saying nothing too effective. I mean, he got like I heard a couple people say they thought he got around, but I think they were just being like
That's what's up.
Nice.
yeah, like nice. Now I fuck with Reed too. I like Reed. but
Jon is nice, man. Jon is dope.
Jon definitely did his thing. You know
He's
what I mean?
dope.
Yeah, definitely.
Gaddis, what was the second battle?
I'm not sure what the second battle was,
It was either Averb and Goods
or
yeah, I think it was Averb and Goods.
no, that couldn't have been because I went after Averb and Goods.
Like, also Big Magic and Big T was the second.
Yeah, they went.
Big Magic.
you say
B
Big
Big
Magic?
Magic and Big T.
Y'all know what happened with Big Magic and Big T?
Nah.
Nah, I heard that B Magic got it though.
Yo,
That was the long and short of it. Like everybody was saying that he clearly got it.
well, B Magic said they both lost, man. Magic basically like he came out, he cooked the first round. Classic B Magic shit. You know what I mean? People were going crazy. Big T went and he was kind of like, it sucks too, man, because me and Gaddis was in the hotel with Big T and he was like mad focused and shit, but he just
Did y'all hit the rounds?
nah.
No, we didn't
hit
hit
around.
rounds.
rounds, but he was definitely like practicing and making sure he was gonna be on his A game.
So what was the disconnect in the building? Like,
They were not reacting to his like. I just
Yeah,
heard
his
him
punches
rapping,
just
but
wasn't-
They
really
were
wasn't
reacting to
hitting.
which one?
to Big T.
Oh.
Yeah, he actually
Was
had
he
some
boo
shit where he
blocking
said,
and ping panging?
He didn't
and
say boo
boom
blocking.
booming?
yeah, the sound effects
I don't
wasn't
think he-
doing
I
He
don't think
didn't
he
do
did.
that, but he
No
said he was
blicka
going
blocka?
nuts like cashews, and in the crowd, he lost. The
He said
crowd.
something nuts like cashews?
Yeah, he did.
yeah, he
Wow,
did.
that's a Ness line from a song 10 years ago. You remember that song?
No, but yeah. But yeah, so B Magic choked in the second round.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Big T continued to not get that much reaction.
Mhm.
Then the third round, Big T got reaction on a couple lines, and Magic was just it was
So long story short, the crowd wasn't really feeling it.
nah.
Nah. May have been because they went so soon. I think too.
Yeah.
I don't.
I don't know.
I thought that was
I
kind
just
of like
think
a
it-
man. People like B man.
So they put Reed and Jon on first?
First.
yeah, Jon
Damn.
said, and I wanted him to come
That's
up and talk about it.
crazy.
Shout
I
out to
would've been-
Jon. He probably sleep.
What happened?
But nah, man. Jon said that they wasn't supposed to go first, but like people were getting there late and everything was getting
I'm not
started
mad at it.
late,
That's
so
what's
they made him
up.
go first.
See, that's what
Um,
I'm saying. Like, and we'll talk about this obviously later on, but the whole people getting there late thing, it's so I can sympathize a little bit with what happened as far as the battle not happening from an organizer's perspective, because there's so many people to coordinate and wait on. It's not like having like a tour bus shows up with all 3 acts, and you know what I mean. Like you got like 20 people if you have 10 battles. You know what I mean. You got to coordinate. But anyway, go ahead.
But I mean, and I'm sure John will probably shed some light on this too. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like we know, me and you know almost better than anybody how that shit is, having mad battles in one day. You know what I mean? And, but you got to get that main event done, I feel.
See, and y'all say it was the main event. I don't understand why it was the main event. If it was, it was. I just wasn't aware. If it was, it was. I mean,
well, look, Charlie Clips and Tay Rock is like, I feel like it's like a staple in that like New York.
Because it was Clips' first battle.
Nah, but I feel like for New York,
is it like a classic battle?
It is.
They love
I
it.
think
Is it
it's
that good?
I think even that, like the
You
casual
don't like-
fan is
It's really good?
Yeah.
For
Clips
Charlie, it
body
was.
it?
For Charlie, yeah.
For Charlie,
Charlie
huh?
bodied Tay Rock, and
Well, you know,
I feel like for Charlie, it was a great look. I mean, obviously, that's what put him on the map.
That's like saying
and
me versus Surgeon General
started
is a
to-
classic battle.
No, it's not, because it vaulted Charlie Clips into like battle superstardom. You know what I'm saying?
It did.
That's the difference.
And he didn't have to battle for like 5 years, but still was a relevant name.
Basically, he battled Tay Rock, and the people were like, "Oh, he's like Mook and serious. He's a legend."
That's right, though. And
you're
that's what
assholes.
happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, basically.
But then, I mean, you got to give him credit now, because even though he like kind of survived off that one battle for years, like now he's super active and he does like 5
consistent,
battles a
super
year.
active Tay
Yeah,
Rock,
he's
too.
crazy.
And when
Yeah.
it was canceled,
Tell
he
him how you
agreed
really
to
feel,
battle
Sonny.
them both.
Tell him how you really feel.
I just don't know why that was the main event. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Nah, you know what? I understand why you say that, but I think for the New York crowd, I think that was like a people's main event.
Okay,
Like, people
that's
wanted
what's
to
up.
see that
rematch is always interesting, but I mean, I didn't see a flyer or anything with them like on the top, you know, and maybe that was the case, but I was just unaware it was the main event. That's all.
Word.
But
So we were talking about
Word. So
next battle was
Yeah.
Goods and Averb. They killed it.
who and Averb?
Goods.
Oh, both of them were dope.
Yeah, it was crazy because I used to not always be a fan of Goods, but I heard Gattas like listening to some Goods the other day, and I was cracking up.
He's super
Why you don't
entertaining.
like him? I
though.
feel like in Cypher.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying I don't
He's
like
super
Goods.
unique. Like I,
I
feel like
thought-
his flow is like super unique. He's super confident. Doesn't choke. Like
Yeah, I think he's
Well,
dope.
I didn't like Goods.
I don't think his lines are out of
Yeah.
this world, but I think he's got a lot of other strengths. I fuck with him.
Yeah.
I like
I
him.
feel like I wasn't really too impressed with him, but I went back and I was like, all right, yeah, he's dope. You know what I'm saying? That was prior.
Yeah, he's
to that.
entertaining to
the
me,
older
and that's the most important part at the end of the day. Like I enjoy watching him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
You know, he
Nah,
might
he's
be.
dope. So that do you remember that battle?
I just remember in the beginning, Goods was like, it's a personal battle, so everybody had to get off stage.
Oh yeah, they cleared out the stage.
Yeah, everybody,
Yeah.
you know, the big crowd. He was like, nah, this is a grudge match. This is
So there's
personal.
like a big
What's
wide
up?
open stage.
It was just him and Verb.
Averb. First of all, man,
That's dope.
Averb, when he goes to New York, he always like finds a way to diss the crowd and be like, New York niggas don't fuck with me.
So how was
You
the
know what I'm
crowd
saying?
towards him? Did they fuck
Yo,
with it?
he came out in the first round and fucking scorched the shit.
What was he talking about? Like, what was the angles? Because he
don't-
has unique angles.
I
always.
don't like, yo. It was such a blur.
You
know
don't
what I mean?
remember?
I don't remember,
Yeah.
but he like line for line, he like destroyed the first round. Like he really went in and did his thing. Gerd's first round was cool.
Side note about this time, Gattas has got this super duper bubble guts, knowing she's coming up soon backstage. She's already been sitting there for 3 hours. Anyway, back
Throwing
to
up
bus-
mom
back-
spaghetti.
word.
Did you tweet that?
What?
Throwing up mom spaghetti or
Palms
something?
and sweaty, yeah, I did.
So, yeah, Good's first round is all right. And then the second round comes, and Averb is, like, flaming it again. But he, like, stumbled. And then people were like, oh, he choked. I feel like a lot of people are saying they don't want to give him the battle because they're saying it's a choke. But he literally, like, said the wrong word and kept going. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So, Good's second round was pretty good. You know what I mean? So I guess it was. I would have to see the footage to see how that went. And then the third round was kind of like the opposite of the first, where like Goods flamed it. You know what I mean? And Averb was straight.
Uh-huh.
So it was a close battle. You
Yeah,
know what I
that's
mean?
what's up.
People are throwing around the word classic. I don't know. I have to see it. And I was like in and out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
And then Gattas, I'll let you talk about.
So
this.
she was next?
Yeah.
Gattas and
Yeah.
Hustle.
talk about it.
Yeah, then it was me and Hustle.
Set
and
the
it
scene,
was
Gattas.
crazy.
Set the scene, man. Give us
Okay,
imagery.
so it was right after Averb and Goods. The crowd was on fire. They were anxious to hear more bars. And Smack is not like any other league, because it's like he announced you like you about to come like performing. He like, no, I go on stage, because usually like, you know, you stand there and the host talk to the camera. He like, no, go backstage. I'm introducing y'all. So Smack like, we got the first lady of URL. We got Miss Hustle. So she walk on stage, the ring car girl shaking her ass.
People go crazy.
Yeah, people going crazy. You know, Hustle being a bad guy. And she twerked.
Wow.
When she came out?
Yeah, so she made her cakes clap. And
Wow.
and then he's like, yo, we got a URL debut. She been putting in work. We bringing out Gattas. So I come out. I didn't twerk, but I did a little jig. Everybody laughed. I didn't twerk.
She's dancing with the fat booty NOME model.
I was slapping the ring car girls. That's what they want, right? I thought that was part of the
Hell
deal.
nah. She said I didn't twerk, but I did a little jig. That's amazing.
And then they said, of course, as always, I lost the coin toss. And he was like, I had to go first.
Did you go for tails? You got to go for fucking...
I did go for tails, but it was heads.
Yeah, tails is like...
Tails
yeah,
is the way to go. Shout.
True.
So I went, man. Okay, let me tell you. So Lux is like at the very top. They have like a platform behind us. Lux is up there. Then to my side is Joe Button sitting on the speakers with his girl and Murda Mook. And then Jadakiss is standing right by Smack with Graf and Stally from MMG.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
So it's crazy. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. So I get into my first verse, and I'm like, I'm up there looking like Tomb Raider.
So hold on, wait. You're saying it's a little bit different than your battle against Priceless.
It's a lot different.
Wow.
In Indy in 08.
It's a lot different. And guess who's in the front row? My arch nemesis, E Hart.
My arch nemesis. Why she your arch nemesis?
Because
though?
I have to battle her in a couple weeks.
Oh, shit.
So she's keeping me out. Like, yeah, I watch the game tapes. I'm gonna get to see you choke live.
Eyeballing shit. Wow.
So it was just crazy, man. I get into my first verse. I'm like, I'm Tomb Raider. I'm the first bitch in the game. Everybody like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I go shake up with Joe Button. I'm like, what I gotta say to this bitch, Luke? What I gotta say?
It was so crazy because I'm looking like, yo, when I be at Gattas,
So she made you go first?
Yeah.
Whatever.
When I be at her battle, I be nervous too. I be like, yeah, let's get it. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm battling the shit. Yo, when I tell you literally like 8 bars in, like she didn't even get to the Tomb Raider part. It was like another bar, like something about like Paul Walker switching my lane. And the crowd went so nuts off of like the bar that wasn't even the punchline. I was like, oh shit, we in here, son. Yeah, like,
oh shit.
Like she set it off with the first round. It was like noodles, son. The crowd
it was crazy when,
like,
I swear I thought I knew Hustle, man. This is Hustle Super Saiyan. What are those beans that you don't drink?
Senzu beans.
On the Senzu, like on 50
She was
Senzu
nice,
beans,
you're
yo.
saying?
Crazy. Like when you see this footage, y'all gonna be like, this had to be an outer body experience for Hustle. Shout out to Hustle.
It was the best both of them ever did, in my opinion.
Crazy.
It was the best both of them ever did, in my opinion.
Damn, that's what's up.
It was crazy. And Hustle did battle Drect, because she said that he banged a chick in Canada, and she told her that he had a tiny dick. So
we
was
all
like,
know Direct's a virgin.
KOTD.
True. Yo, I was literally, she's like, and Drect has a tiny dick. And I'm literally, in that moment, I literally, in like 0.5 seconds, I told myself, like, I can either hate or laugh it off. And I was like, laugh it off. I laughed it off, and like, yo, the dudes from Black Ink were right next to me, the dude and his girlfriend. And like, I literally, like, I didn't even know it was him, but I was like talking to him, and she like pointed at me, and he's looking at me like, damn, bro, you got a tiny dick. And I'm looking at him like, haha, it's just a joke.
Damn, son.
But that was all good. And she said a line, so like, oh, KOTD. So everyone was like, oh, it was wordplay.
Who's
so
TD?
Good thing nobody believed that shit.
TD?
She called me TD. She said he has a tiny dick, so I'm gonna call him TD.
Tiny dick. Wow.
So I'll KO TD.
Wow. Wow. So basically, you're telling me your new nickname is TD.
No.
TD. Everybody at D-Rock on Twitter with TD.
Years from now, I'm gonna be like, yo, TD, what's good, bro? And
Like,
somebody we
TD,
just
what's
met,
up?
somebody we just met, gonna be like, yo, what's that
What's
mean? And I'm like,
happening?
don't worry about it. It's all
TD
good.
Bank.
Hashtag.
See,
It's an
I
inside joke.
don't even want to like speak on this because I don't want to even have a segment about my wee. So I'm gonna be like, true, all right, that's what it is.
Shut your bitch ass up, TD. All right, so anyway.
All right, Sonny.
All right, so what happened after Gattas? What was the next
It
battle?
was Cortez and T-Rex.
Oh man, horrible.
Yo, that
T-Rex
shit-
almost fought Smack.
Bro,
Horrible.
listen, man, let me tell you about this. This was one of the battles I was looking forward to the most because I know, like, Cortez, dog, like, I'm not even trying to play him, but, like, his whole, like, battle shit, like, led up to this. Like, he's been wanting to battle T-Rex so much that even though I know some cats are, like, down on Cortez, I was like, yo, this is going to be, like, his illest performance ever. And you already know that Rex always rocks the crowd. Dog, it wasn't even that the battle was whack. It was the fact that, first of all, they're running out of time because, like, people got there late and I don't know what else was going on. So Gattas, mind you, Gattas and Hustle, like, people were reacting so much, the battle was, like, over an hour. You know what I mean? That shit was mad long. And Beasley, I remember at the end of Gattas' second round, Beasley's like, yo, Smack, cut the time off. He's like, nah, baby, it's a classic. I can't.
Nah, baby.
Yeah,
So-
shout out to Smack.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Gattas
Yeah,
like, yo,
and there
son,
you
keep
go.
going.
John, again, how many more battles we got to talk about before we get to John?
Just like
Because
two
again,
more.
I'm not trying to get us off track, but that's another thing. If you have a classic going on, and it's like shit's going further
Yeah.
because of crowd reactions, do you cut that off? Like, you know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't.
Bruh, there's decisions that happen, like that kind of shit happens, you know what I mean? And then you're in a position where it's like, if the venue says you have 4 hours, do you schedule battles you think are going to hit 3 hours to be safe? Or let's say another couple battles come up that you could add on. People are going to love them, go crazy over them. Do you take that chance to fit them in that last hour or not? So, like, sometimes decisions have to be made and you can't anticipate things like crowd reaction and things like a battle going an hour and not stopping a classic. You see what I'm saying? So that's why I mean, one battle, was it only one battle that didn't happen?
Yeah, it was only one. But
Well, it's a bummer
Cortez
that it
and-
was the quote-unquote main event. I guess they scheduled that last, right?
Well, Cortez and T-Rex might as well have not happened because what happened is,
Well-
so T-Rex, we all know T-Rex always be trying to play Cortez for whatever reason. He don't like him or whatever.
Okay.
So, like, in the battle, like, I forget who went first, but Cortez gets cut off at 2 minutes. Maybe Rex went first. And he's like, yo, we agreed to 2-minute rounds. And Cortez is like, what? You know what I mean? So Smack is cutting off Cortez at like exactly 2 minutes every time and like fucking up his verse. And Cortez apparently had no knowledge that the rounds were only supposed to be 2 minutes. So he's like, yo, like he was so pissed. He was like, yo, you trying to play me? And T-Rex and Smack got into an argument about it on the stage.
Now that's
what
an
I mean?
example to go on the other side and jump on John's side when it comes to like the business end of things.
Yeah.
You live and you learn from things like this, but these are the kind of like little screws that need to be tightened up in the sense that if you want to look at it as like a professional thing and like a real sport and like a real business, it should be a thing where in said league or whatever that all the undercards are always like, just like you would know in the UFC that if you're an undercard and this weight class, like it's like everybody knows lightweights go for 3 minutes. You know what I mean? Like everybody, it should be a standard thing like that. It's not just like Smack, playing middleman and hitting up T-Rex. Like, yo, so how long you want the rounds to be? And he's like, I don't know, 3.5 or whatever. Calls Cortez. Something gets lost in the mix. It should be like,
but they signed contracts, so I don't know.
It should be in the contract, then I assume. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like I don't.
But long story short, so that shit got fucked up because of disagreements over
and
round time.
it wasn't even a bad battle, but like literally every time Smack called time, the crowd boo for 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So it was just
So
mad
they
fucked
felt a
up.
ways about it too.
Every time Cortez was cooking, like in the middle of a scheme, time.
Yo, because Cortez was doing like these big schemes and like telling stories and shit, and he was getting like cut off in the middle of like his story. Because there's like a lot of history behind the battle.
Damn.
So it just
So it was just messy all around.
Yeah, I think they said something about not putting it out, but I know T-Rex is more like quick jabs and shit. So I was like, damn, he might come off better, and it might just look like T-Rex would if they do put it out. You know what I mean?
It's a bummer for Cortez.
I really wanted to see that though. I like both of them. But
So what happened after that?
yo, Ill Will and DNA, son.
And then after
Oh,
that,
my
was that the
goodness.
last one? And then Tay Rock was supposed to be last, and
yeah.
then got cut off. All right, word.
So look.
So I mean, everybody said DNA killed it, right? Like DNA.
Yeah.
You've never seen DNA also
DNA.
had his senzu beans too.
he caught the Holy Ghost, son. This
Best
nigga,
performance of the night, would you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I've never seen a crowd erupt every line. He could not say one line without the crowd being like, oh, like I didn't even hear the battle
It's
because
impressive
I
at
was
the end of the
backstage. And all I heard was the shaking of the table. I'm like, What?
Yo,
Who is performing?
You could tell. I was backstage doing like the little rap grid videos where we like interview people when the battle started, and you could tell DNA was winning just from like not even seeing it or anything.
Just from the crowd.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
But see,
I don't get it.
You have to see that.
Gattas said
It comes
the same
out
thing
Sunday.
You did, but she said she got a whole new respect for DNA.
So you're telling me like his style of writing was different than it ever has been?
No, he rapped like
Yeah.
DNA rap.
Sammy always.
Freestyle,
You're just
right?
saying that the
Freestyle,
crowd went
right?
crazy.
No,
That's
I'm
what I
saying
don't
that his
get.
performance was epic. His
He always
freestyle was
performs
on
well.
point, always.
I'm really curious
And-
to see this because I've always kind of been iffy about DNA, and I just feel like if this is what everybody's saying it is, then he's a different.
well, DNA.
performance.
well,
I
here's-
enjoy
here's the
watching
thing.
DNA, and I guess that answers my own question. I guess that's all there is to it when it comes to like the numbers and the
Yeah.
views and things like that. So I enjoy watching him. I just think that on paper, it's not as clear
Yeah.
as far as why he is as high up there as he is, because he's like a top
But
5 views.
He's perfect at capturing
guy.
the moment.
Huh?
What about
Somebody
Ill
falls
Will
off
and all of
stage,
this?
he's gonna say something.
Oh, he's great at
You know
doing
what I'm
that.
saying?
He's
What about
great
Ill
at
Will
doing
and
that.
all of this?
Oh
So
yeah,
what's-
I was
what's
just
going
about to
on?
say the thing that made DNA's performance so epic is that Ill Will wasn't trash. Like Ill
So he
Will,
got love too.
Ill Will was doing his thing, but it was just one of them things where it's just like he's just shining on you. You can't really do nothing.
So it wasn't enough.
So
So,
I guarantee. I mean, so tell me like
I don't
90%
think
of
anybody
material was
would
like
beat
name
DNA.
flips,
Yeah,
right?
that night, yeah.
Even watching say ill one.
Was it like 90% of his name flip, or 90% of it like?
Nah, you know what
like,
really set
he
it
said,
off?
I'm gonna die. I think Ill Will. Like, you know what I mean? Like, was it pretty much
Maybe
like,
one or
I can
two.
see that.
But
I can see him doing that.
he did, what was that scheme
Maybe
he
one or
did?
two.
Chris Unbiased was talking about it with us yesterday, where he said like he did something that DNA don't usually do. It was like he took ill will and was like ill willingly or something. He took like that and like made it into like a sentence and like spit the same word like 8 times in a row, but it was like a different meaning every time. But it was like actually like, oh shit.
That's
like,
what's up.
You know, damn, I can't remember anything that Ill Will said, but you know the biggest
Maybe it's
thing.
like his
He
lack
said,
of like
"Fuck New York."
smoothness.
Definitely said that.
Oh, that's what it was. He got at New York like
And
Averb
that's when
usually
he-
does, and started getting booed.
New York don't go for that.
Oh, Ill Will started saying shit about New York.
You cannot
Yeah.
say anything.
Yeah, that's just whack. But
So
whatever.
really after that, DNA like the second round, he did Smack said that DNA was gonna lose like on Vlad TV or something, and DNA is doing this, get this the fuck out of here, get that the fuck out of here. Smack said I was gonna lose, get smacked the fuck out of here. When he
Yeah,
did
that's
that,
dope.
it was
Yeah,
like
that's
it
dope.
was over.
Yeah, I feel that. He knows what he's doing. I feel that.
That's,
I fuck with it.
you know what? I feel like when we can come home and like sit down and watch battles and like break them down, it's a different game. Being at the event, like I don't want to break everything down. I just want to have fun.
Yeah, be
you
in
know
the
what I'm saying?
moment.
And DNA like epitomizes like just how to capture that moment and make people, oh, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I feel that. He's definitely great in the moment. Does great, freestyle rebuttal type stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
You know what? DNA is humble to a point too, because after the thing we got on footage, he was arguing with Latizé's brother.
I
Lance.
saw that.
Yeah, you saw it, and where Lance is basically, for y'all that didn't see it, Lance is basically just like, yo, like you be cheating, you're trash, like you say trash lyrics and you just have a good performance. And DNA was just like, yo, Latizé might have better bars than me, but I just know how to win. That's my style. I know how to
Yo,
win.
there you go.
And I was like, true. All you can say is true to that.
True.
And then, as we
Shit.
talked about, Tay Rock and Clips didn't go down. I can see why people be mad, but I wasn't mad because I had fun. I just thought it was a fun
So the
event.
last battle was supposed to be Tay Rock and Clips after that, but the
Yeah.
venue was done. They had to kick everybody out.
Yeah.
They're
Our
overtime.
Future was having a event there, a show, so they had to
So
get
it was
them
during the
moving.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And John, man.
So we got John in the building. You know
John
what I mean?
Rines, you know what I'm saying? Oh yeah,
John
yeah,
Rines, y'all know his
you can take
blogs.
my mic, man.
Y'all
and
know
break
him from
down.
being 40s
no, just switch
manager.
seats with me. Switch seats with me.
All right, man. All right, so I always do videos called Man to Man, and each Man to Man video I've ever done is critiquing like something that happened at an event that didn't go right or somebody not doing something right. Every single one of those videos got a lot of views, and Smack put them on their channel. They loved them. They had no problem with me doing it until it was about them. So,
So this is the first time you did one about one of their events. It's always-
No, every one of them was about their event.
and they still
But
put them up.
They put them up because it was pinpointing what went wrong. Like if Math Hoffa punched somebody, you know, they're going to put that up to show that
So
they
you're
were
pointing
not
the
at
finger
fault.
at battlers up until this point, and this time it was pointing the finger at the actual organizers.
Yeah, and when I did that, that's when he don't go to events, even though I never went to the events on any of the whole videos that I've ever done.
Okay.
But basically, you get to a point where you go, like what you were saying earlier, that's cool, that, you know, and what Gattas was saying, I understand that there are going to be problems, but when do you look at yourself? You know, I'm a go-getter. I want to have a great event if I'm going to throw an event, and I'm not going to let something defeat me. Battle rappers have been late to almost all of their events. It only hit them hard once they tried to do it right on time. So to me, that's a management problem. That's their problem. Why are these battle rappers feeling like they can show up whenever they want to? It must be something you're doing right. Slaughterhouse about to have an event. I can go ahead and predict right now that nobody's going to be late and that it's going to start on time. So it got to be something that the company is doing wrong. If I say that, what does that have to do with me actually being there if that's the sentiment of the fans? Or I could read you a lot of comments from the people that was there as well. Another thing nobody wants to look at is the fact that URL is the UFC of battle rap. Everybody, they're the biggest company now. If they're always having something messed up at these events, this fans upset, they're paying money for stuff that they're not receiving, and the whole world is looking at them, the culture through them, then it matters to me because I want to see the culture grow. So it wouldn't matter if a lot of small events are putting on something great. If they're doing something and it's not coming out correct, this is all everybody is seeing. So that's a problem. You want to speak on it. My vlog wasn't done in malice, or it wasn't done to hurt or harm the URL, because if it were me and I saw my blog that I did, it would have lit a fire in me to go out work harder and make sure that I get everything off on time.
Right. Yeah, I can dig it.
So I mean, like, what would you suggest as a fix?
I wouldn't. That's what the thing. It's not fair for me to just sit down and just snap off what I would do. What I would do is take my time to look at every single thing so I don't make a rush decision. You know, I would look at other companies that don't have anything to do with battle rap or how they're hosting their events. I would life coach the battle rappers. I would show them the ones that really care. I would choose the ones that really care on what they would do to help our culture out to be there on time. Whatever it is, I know that it's not impossible to do because I know other people do it. And if it's not impossible, why can't you do that as a company?
There it is. So where can they check out the blog at, by the way? Is it up on Rap Grid or where is it?
Yeah, like everybody shared it. Loaded Luck shared it. That everybody, it's on Rap Grid.
That's what's up.
No, it's on Battlefix.
Well, yeah, man, I think that,
YouTube.
And, you know, hopefully, slowly but surely, as the culture evolves, things will get more and more, you know, run more and more smoothly,
How
more and
many
more
years is it
professional.
going to be, though?
Well, think about this. The UFC, which is, we always kind of compare it to, you know, that stuff. Not everybody knows it started in, like, the late 80s.
Yeah.
And it almost failed multiple times and went up and down and was not very big until, like, late 90s, early 2000s. It started getting on, like, pay-per-view and stuff. And then it blew the fuck up. And, like, you know, I don't know, 2003, 4, up until now or whatever. So battle rap has had a way faster and steeper incline, I feel like, as far as how much it's progressed. So, I mean, who knows 10, 15, 20 years from now? Because, like, again, UFC is like 25 years old. Or something.
Yeah, I literally think someone's going to come in, they're going to be professional, they're going to be successful, and it's going to be like the gold standard.
Like, Diddy's just going to say fuck it and, like, do some shit?
Well,
is that what this?
Diddy, like even the Slaughterhouse thing.
Yeah, but
You know
isn't
what I mean?
then that kind of like a one-time thing? Like, no, they're gonna keep doing it. Is it gonna be
Yeah.
like a league?
Well, I don't know if they're gonna do it like a league, but you know they filmed the show, and you know if they did or they already have a contract with MTV or whatever, like that might be it.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, there's been battle rap shows on all sorts of channels over the years that have come and gone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's happened.
We'll just see if it stands the test of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the NOME IV breakdown. Any last comments by anybody?
Shit, man. What? Let me ask y'all this: what are the? Is anything confirmed for their big summertime thing? Summer Madness.
B Magic verse Conceited is.
That's the only one that's confirmed.
Yeah, I guess Arsenal was supposed to battle Ill Will, but Arsenal said that after that battle, he will not battle Ill Will.
Yeah. What?
Wow.
But I heard that Ill Will's gonna be on it anyway, so.
What's up? Maybe they could do that real deal battle finally.
Put Clips and Rock on there, Smack.
Well, I heard they might film that in like the next couple weeks.
I think it could do without that battle. So anyway, yeah. So that's the
DNA and Ill Will come out Sunday, so.
Which one? Oh, word.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
Father's Day, so.
Bet.
We'll see how that is. You know what I mean?
All right, word up. Well, hopefully this is out not too long after that. I'm sure the audio will be out before the video.
We'll get this out immediately.
That's what's
video
up.
And all.
Cool.
Shit.
Bet. Appreciate y'all for checking in.
Yeah.
Lego.
Jesus saves.